just met with every player in the org, and went through the positives and the negatives and the things we got to improve on. So it's really good discussions and a lot to look forward to. With that, I'll open it up to you guys.
Did you do individual meetings, Mike, or like?
Both. We did group meetings, a team meeting, group meetings, and then individual.
Mike, during the season, you did not want to speak about yourself and your position. You wanted to keep the team to games. Now the season's over. Do you expect to interview for that coaching job here? And do you think you can make a good case that you should have it?
Yeah, I do plan on interviewing. In terms of all the details of that, I'll just, out of respect for the process, I'll keep it in-house.
Okay, but do you feel you've impressed enough people here, or do you feel you've impressed yourself with the job you've done?
I'm very proud of the work I did here. Obviously, from a results-wise, we need to get a few more wins, but I'm really proud of, how our guys responded, really proud of our coaching staff, everyone working together towards a common goal, and then finishing the season strong with 2 great wins.
What kind of feedback have you so far with your interaction, not only Joe, but also ownership?
We haven't gotten there yet. Just closing out the season with the team meeting and kind of going through, exit interviews and exit physicals and things like that. So haven't gotten to that point.
Do you think you're more equipped now, more than ever before, to be the head coach, either here or somewhere else?
Absolutely, it was a great experience, a great learning experience. I certainly learned a lot about myself. Certainly learned about others, leadership, the game. You're asked to do different responsibilities. More game management. Operating with the special teams, operating with the defense a little bit more. So those are all great experiences, and absolutely made me much more confident in my abilities to be a head coach.
Like from a roster standpoint here, Wandale had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Not every coach, you're an offensive play caller, not every coach has a need for a 5'8" receiver. Do you see him as much more than that?
Yeah, Wandale really meant a lot to our team, in terms of his production, but also his leadership. The leadership that he brought to the room, the consistency that he brought to a day-to-day basis in terms of practice, games. Wandale certainly meant a lot to us as an offensive unit, and his ability to step up for us in critical times and critical third downs. Played inside receiver, played slot receiver, played on the perimeter for us as well when we needed him to. So, I'm a really, really huge fan of Wandale Robinson.
What do you think the biggest growth or steps Jackson took this year was, like, when he started?
Jackson continued to grow each and every week, and going through the ups and downs of a season, ups and downs of a young player, like those are going to happen. I think he never really, in terms of like batted an eye in terms of when things went bad, he never really took the wrong direction. He always saw it as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to continue to get better, and he had that approach throughout the entire work week, every single week. Just what are the little small things I can continue to improve on as a player? And and I really am proud of him for doing that. It's not easy to do, particularly when you're getting criticized from every single different angle. But he never really listened to that. He focused on himself. He focused on the team. He focused on making him a better player for that team, and we needed him to. And gives me all the confidence in the world in the type of player he's going to be.
Mike, if the Giants decide to go in a different direction at head coach, you're going to have opportunities elsewhere. One of them, though, could potentially be an opportunity here to return as the offensive coordinator and continue working with Jackson. Is that something you're open to, or is it kind of you would prefer a fresh start at the side?
I'm not going to get into the hypotheticals on it. Just going to take it one day at a time. And we're here today. It really had a lot of good meetings and fun meetings and great conversations with the players. I'll just leave it at that.
What do you think, Mike, of the core of young players that are here that are going to lead this team going forward? And does that make this place a desirable destination for anyone who would like to be head coach?
There's a lot of really great players on this team, both young and veteran. And there's a really good nucleus of guys, and there's great leadership there. And I think the one point of emphasis that we had was to continue to lead, continue to hold guys accountable, continue to hold people to the standard, and there's no substitute for that, right? Don't accept anything less than that. So that was one of the big messagings that we had and that we talked through with leaders of the team, and giving them and empowering them to do that, right? I think that's what's really important for our group is, it's one thing to say it, but like, all right, here, put it on, give them an opportunity to show that leadership, to express that in different ways. And I think our guys are built for that. We have a great group of leadership council that can do that, and we'll continue to grow and develop even more leaders on our team.
This team spent a lot of time over the last few years trying to build up the offensive line. What's your assessment of how they perform?
Really proud of our offensive line every single week. You know, they're going up against elite pass rushers and stepped up to the task every single time. And you know, hats off to Carm Brasillo and James for getting that room together and getting them all on the same page. But then the players going out there and executing. You know, we're going to ask them whether we're throwing the ball, whether they're running the football, screens. Like, they took really great notes and had an opportunity to really refine it on the details, which is what had been lacking in the past. So they took that upon themselves to make it a strong point of our team and of our offense. And, you know, whenever you have an offensive line that can play like that, you're going to have a lot of production on offense. So I'm really proud of those guys for stepping up for us.
Mike, from that perspective with the offensive line, it seems like, you know, the first couple of years, it was, okay, we got young players, we want to play young players, some out of necessity, some because you wanted to see them out there. The fact that the group you had this year, especially, and I'm thinking more of Van Roten, it seemed like last year he played every snap, and then he comes back this year, and it's almost like, okay, just waiting for that time when you're going to take him out, put a younger player in, think about the future. Is it a direction now in this league, do you think, that maybe more of a experienced veteran offensive line rather than pushing younger offensive line that might not be developed as much? Does that lead to, you think, more success offensively than the other option?
I think the best philosophy to have is you play the best players and put them in a position to be successful, whether they're young, whether they're a veteran. You put the best players out there that gives you the best position to win. You know, yeah, we did have that discussion. We've had a couple staff meetings already. Joe was included on that. We'll keep all those discussions in house on those terms, though.
What would you say if somebody called you or ownership asked you how much of a selling point Jackson would be for this job?
Sorry, say that again.
If somebody called you and said how much of a selling point would Jackson be for this job, or ownership asked you, what would be your response to that?
Yeah, in those discussions and those opinions of Jackson, I know I've been very open to those. In terms of my conversations with ownership and stuff like that, I'll keep those close to the chest, and there'll be an opportunity to express that.
Like, where would you say you saw Charlie's fingerprints on the defense the last, whatever it was, 5 or 6 games?
I thought for Charlie, he's done a great job getting everyone on the same page, really cleaning up the communication, really getting everyone dialed in on just the small details. I think simplifying it. I think that was probably the biggest difference for me was, you know, we got a lot of feedback from the players, and Charlie was a part of those conversations of just simplifying our jobs, allowing us to just go play fast, and they did that. And you saw that over the course of these last several weeks was the turnovers, the production in the pass rush, in the coverage as well. Like, you're seeing even the improvements in the run game, which had been kind of an Achilles heel of us. Those guys have done a really good job of honing in on those details, and you saw the production of that. So really proud of Charlie, and, you know, working with him on a day-to-day basis and communicating with him how he saw the game, and you just saw, like, you know, his ability to adapt, his ability to adjust, not only like during the course of the week, but in game, and having them with great poise. Man, it was just really cool to see him and take advantage of his opportunity for us when we needed him the most.
We heard Abdul spoke up in the post-game locker room yesterday. Was there growth you see from him just in taking ownership?
Yeah, really a lot of growth, and for Abdul to say that was awesome, because he, number one, you know, it spoke about, you know, the mistakes he had made and the things that he wanted to fix, and the accountability he took, which was from a young player. That was really cool to see. And then you know, for them then to put the work in and week out and have the production that he had. And yeah, like we all understood what he was saying at the end of that breakdown, in terms of, yeah, the win was cool, it was great, but there's a lot more ahead of us, and we need to make sure we come back with the right approach and the right mindset in the offseason.
How encouraging is it to have young players like Jackson, Abdul, even Theo, some other guys? How encouraging is it to have those kind of young players want to step up and say, not only are we going to be leading, we want to set leaders kind of like add to the culture here?
Yeah, I think it's a team. This is a team game, and it's, you know, I say it a lot. I say it often. It's never about one person. It's not about just the young guys or everybody's got to buy in, and it's not just the 90-man roster or the coaching staff too. It's everybody in the organization, like top to bottom, all got to be on the same page, all aligned with what our goals are and what the mission is. And so that's going to be the challenge for us this offseason, to get everyone on the same page and get everyone aligned with winning. And I think we have the right people to do that. I know we do, and I'm excited to go through that process.
Take a couple more if you have. Mike, do you have now administrative duties now as the head coach for the rest of the week? I mean, as far as reviews or performance evaluations, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we just finished up with the players. We'll have a couple weeks off here to decompress, and then but it never really, even when you're on vacation, it never really leaves you, So I'll have my mind in it, but get away, decompress a little bit from the season, get refreshed, recharge, and get ready to go.
If you have other opportunities as a head coach, where the Giants rank in that?
Yeah, again, I'm not going to get hypotheticals. I love working here. I love working for Mr. Mayor, Mr. Tisch. This family's unbelievable. This ownership group's unbelievable. This city's unbelievable. The team, the players, the coaches, the staff. I really, really love it here. So, I'm going to continue to enjoy it till they tell me I can't anymore. So, again, it's been a pleasure and an honor to be in this position, in this role. It's a privilege, not a right, and I understand that. And one thing I can say is I gave it everything I had, and we'll continue to do that for this organization as long as they have me.